Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and today we're going to be going over the 2019 Ford Edge ST. The ST is a new package for the Ford Edge, and as always, if you are stopping in for the first time, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed, but let's just get right into the video. So starting under the hood here of the 2019 Edge ST, we have a 2.7 liter twin turbo V6. And that is going to be good for 335 horsepower, 380 pound-feet of torque. That is all through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is going to be 19 in the city and 26 on the highway. Now, finishing things up around front, you have these cool new lighting, so you can see kind of like in the little cluster here, it's kind of got those little accents there, and then obviously the LED accents that are all around, and then you get your fog lamps right down below with the blacked out grille to make it look a little bit sportier since this is the ST package. You can see the parking sensors are integrated there as well, and this particular color is called magnetic. It's a very dark metallic gray. I think it looks absolutely amazing. It's similar to the gray that's on my truck. Popping around the side, we can see these gloss black rims with the tire setup. The tires are gonna be a little bit more aggressive since this is a sportier trim package. And then I'll give you guys kind of like a little bit of the side profile right there, but let's pop around back. In the back here, this is the key fob. You can see it's Ford's new key fob, so you have your lock unlock remote start function and then your tailgate release. So for example, if you lock the car and then you press the remote start twice, it'll start it up, and then you can just press it again to turn it off. And then you can press the trunk release twice. It is a automated tailgate. You can see the little receiver hitch down below with the integrated parking sensors. Tons of cargo space back here. And then you can see, just like what they've added in a lot of Ford's models, is you have the seats where you can throw them down. You can't really lift them up or anything like that, but you can have the function that'll just basically throw those down. Around to the side, you actually do get keyless entry for the back, so one touch to lock it and then put your hand on the back to unlock it, and that's a neat feature that Ford's added to some of their vehicles now. Contrasted white stitching here with the leather bolsters, and then we're going to pick up the seat here. You get these nice little suede-like inserts on the seats with the leather bolsters, and then you can see here you got your charging stations right down here below. You do get heated seats for the back passengers, and then there is plenty of leg room, and this is a 5-seater overall with little cup holders you can pull out from that center part. And around the front, you have that same keyless entry and then Ford's little keypad on the side, but just one touch, and you can see a little blind spot monitoring in the mirror. That'll unlock the car though for you. More of the leather bolsters. All of your window controls are right here. Your controls for the mirrors, memory seat controls. And then on the sides, we can see the power adjustment seats, the seats for the, controls for the lumbar. Lighting controls are all right there, and then you have your power adjustable steering wheel as well. But let's just pop right inside. Stepping inside, step and height's really good on the ST. We can see all of our controls for the volume and radio here. These are your controls for your adaptive cruise control. Set all that functions right there, and then your controls for the center stack as well. And then we can see the rest of the controls. You do get nice paddle shifters mounted on the back of the steering wheel, so you can shift the gears yourself. You start up the Edge ST, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake, push the push start button, and then the electric gauge cluster will all start up. So you have your little switches here, and that'll control the center stack over there, give you bits of information on the vehicle. Like you can get turbo PSI, which I think is pretty neat. So like it'll give you real-time PSI. And then on the other side, that's where you control the radio stack over there. Hopping around to the center, this is Ford's sync system. So really instantaneous response time, kind of like what I went over in the other Ford products. It's really easy to use. It's pretty similar to, I always compare everything to an iPad, but it's just because those are really easy to use. Sorry, the little film over the screen kind of makes it a little bit harder to use, but you do your calling, texting, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all of that through that system. And then while we're still at the touchscreen, we can use the camera system. So you can see that you have this truck, you can see right there is in front of me. So you have a different camera system. It's a 360-degree camera system on the Edge ST, but you can see pretty much any camera angle that you want. And then if you also pop it into reverse, it gives you trajectory lines, and you can zoom in down if you are towing something, so you can pop on down to the receiver hitch, which is a really neat function as well. Down below, these are all of your analog controls for the center stack. So for the radio, for example, your heated and ventilated seats, and then your climate controls are right there as well. And then you get little charging stations down here. This is your shifter for the Edge ST. So this really easy to use, and then if you do want to do a sport dual shift mode, basically you can do that. You just press that button, and this connects to those paddle shifters if you want to shift manually. You've got your electronic parking brake right there, auto stop start function, your parallel and perpendicular parking assist, and then those are to turn on or off your parking sensors. Big center console right here with another little charging station in there. To finish things up overall on the interior, it's very nice. I love the suede inserts on these seats. I love the more aggressive bolster since this is a sportier trim package. And then you get this nice carbon fiber trim throughout. So overall, it's a really nice interior. Under review is complete without going over the sunroof. So you just press that button once and that'll open up the whole function. It is a full panoramic sunroof in the Edge ST. And so it lets tons of light into the interior right there, and you can see the whole function open. But let's just get into the drive portion to see how the new ST drives. We are starting off here in the 2019 Ford Edge ST. And as you guys can see outside, it's finally warming up here in Utah, and so hopefully I can get more reviews out more often and a little bit better on the review side of things, since it's going to be better weather outside. Not going to be so crazy windy, and obviously not going to be snowy or rainy or anything like that. Initial impression wise on the Edge ST is, so far it's actually really smooth suspension wise, and it's got a lot of good low end torque, and so it's just kind of moving along very decently, and so that's something that I always love about a vehicle. We are going to go on the highway right now just so we can get a little bit of an acceleration here, so we're going to go for that right now. Nothing crazy though. The sound that this engine makes is really, really neat actually. I'm loving it already, but acceleration wise, it gets up and goes more than adequately. Obviously, since this is the ST model. In terms of, you know, how it drives on the highway, it drives really, really smooth suspension wise so far, and so you won't be giving up anything by going for the sportier trim on the suspension. It's super smooth, just kind of floats along the road. The sound of this motor, the intake noise, it sounds super, super sporty. I absolutely love the sound of it, and so if you want an SUV that has a cooler sound, definitely. It's just, you have to hear one of these in person. The camera will not do it justice. So overall impression wise, what I have to say about the Edge ST is, if you're looking for a sportier SUV that has a decent towing capabilities and then also sounds great, is comfortable, that has a good amount of storage space, definitely go check out one of these Edge STs. It's one of the best new sporty SUVs on the market. And there we have it, everyone, the 2019 Ford Edge ST. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you are stopping in for the first time, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. It always helps the channel out. Comment down below what you thought, leave a like if you liked the video, and I will see all of you in that next video.